Thanks, Bree. Howie Davis and Kevin Cahill are two of the 6 recipients who will be inducted into the Springfield College Athletic Hall of Fame at the Alumni Awards and Athletic Hall of Fame dinner on October 26th. From 1968 to 1980, Davis was the Springfield College Sports Information Director and was the first Springfield College Sports Information Director to be elected as the president of the New England Sports Information Directors Association. He was elected in the COSIDA Hall of Fame in 1995 and was awarded the COSIDA Arch Award, which is the highest award given by the association for excellence in the profession. Davis is the 4th inductee who was elected into the Springfield Hall of Fame who does not have a degree from Springfield College. Cahill is one of the most decorated two-sport athlete in Springfield College athletic history. He was the captain of both the football and baseball teams and still holds the school record for most touchdown passes. In 2000, he was given the honor of being named the New England Player of the Year, Eastern College Athletic Player of the Year, and the Freedom Conference Player of the Year. As the Pride quarterback, he led the team to 2 NCAA tournaments, including one that reached the East Regional Final. Cahill finished his career with 3,029 rushing yards, 44 rushing touchdowns, and 4,864 total yards of offense. In baseball, he was named the NEWMAC All-Conference team as a top pitcher. We would like to congratulate them both on all their hard work and great accomplishments. The Springfield College women's soccer team ended their game against Babson this past Thursday in a tie. Kenny Benoit has more on the battle on the field.
This past Saturday, the women's soccer team took on Babson at home. The game resulted in a scoreless tie after double overtime. A large crowd of parents and students came to support the Pride during family weekend. After a win on Monday against Smith, the team is now 7-3-1 in overall play and 3-0-1 in NEWMAC action. The next game for the Pride is away against Wheaton on Saturday.
The Springfield College field hockey team beat Castleton Wednesday night 5-2. This is the 2nd win in a row for the team, who now have a record of 3-7. Kelly Gallo and Olivia Cabral each had a goal and assist that added to the win. The Pride start their 3-game homestead on Saturday when they host the nation's 20th-ranked Mount Holyoke in a NEWMAC game. The Springfield College football team suffered their 2nd consecutive loss, falling on family weekend to Union 27-7. The Pride managed only 2 consecutive first downs on Saturday while holding the ball on offense for only 17 minutes. Joel Tavesta led the Pride with 53 yards on the ground. On defense, Brian Kelly led the team with 10 tackles. The loss put Springfield 0-2 in the Liberty League play as they turn around and host number 5 Hobart on Saturday. The NHL season is well underway, and highlights have included Tomas Hertl's 4-goal night against the Rangers and the 3-0 Colorado Avalanche, who are looking for a 4-0 win against the Bruins tonight. Billy Peterson has more on the week that was and the upcoming matchups in the NHL.
Face-off week in the NHL is in the books, and what a week it was. It all started Tuesday, October 1st, when the defending Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks raised the banner into the rafters of the United Center. In a back-and-forth battle, the Blackhawks came out on top 6-4 over the Washington Capitals. Michael Grabowski had a hat trick for the Caps in a losing effort. 2 nights later, the reigning Eastern Conference champion Boston Bruins opened their 2013-14 campaign against new divisional foe, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Boston, backed by a strong effort and goal by newly inked netminder Tuukka Rask, won 3-1 in the TD Garden. Yes, Boston and Chicago have gone off to good starts, but that has not been the case for every team in the NHL. In a shocking move made on the morning of Monday, October 7th, the Philadelphia Flyers announced the firing of head coach Peter Laviolette, who took over in the middle of the 2009-2010 season. The move came just 3 games into the season after the Flyers fell to 0-3. But team owner Ed Schneider said in a press conference Monday afternoon that the team has looked horrible all throughout training camp and now into the first 3 games of the regular season. Schneider also mentioned it is time for the team to start over, and Laviolette will be replaced by former 7-year assistant coach Craig Berube, whose contract details have not yet surfaced. Laviolette will always be remembered for leading the Flyers on an improbable run to the 2010 Stanley Cup Final, where they would eventually lose in 6 games to Chicago. In other news, it appears that all-star forward Alexander Ovechkin has gotten off to a scorching start, scoring 4 goals and adding 2 assists in the team's first 3 games. He leads the league in goals, points, power play goals, power play points, and shots on goal. Ovechkin was named first star of the week in the NHL. Lars Eller of Montreal and Marc-Andre Fleury of Pittsburgh were named second and third star, respectively, for the week. With another great slate of NHL action ahead of us this week, plenty more news and headlines are sure to follow, and I'm certainly glad that the players are back on the ice. Guys, back to you.
Week 5 in the NFL was interesting to say the least. The Broncos barely beat the Cowboys. The Bengals surprised the entire New England area by beating the Patriots. Matt Schaub continues to struggle, and Geno Smith of the Jets had a shocking win over the Falcons. Barry Ubois shares with us his thoughts on Week 5 and gives us a preview of Week 6 in the NFL.
Week 5 in the NFL was highlighted by the Denver Broncos barely beating the Dallas Cowboys in a shootout in Big D. Both teams' offenses really put a lot of points up on the board, as the Broncos scored 51 points and Dallas scored 48. The difference in the game was a late game interception by Tony Romo under...
Sorry, we have a little bit of a technical difficulty there. The MLB playoffs have continued this past week with the Red Sox knocking off the Tampa Bay Rays, the Cardinals taking the NLDS, and Oakland takes on Detroit tonight in Game 5. Logan Mullen has more on what happened in the first week of the postseason.
Good evening, I'm Logan Mullen, here to recap the first week of the MLB playoffs. My attire may be casual, but my recaps are serious. Let's start with the Boston Red Sox.
In one of the 2 American League Division Series, the Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays squared off in a matchup of 2 AL East powerhouses. The Red Sox proved why they had the best record in the league by dominating the Rays in 3 of their 4 games, winning 12-2, 7-4, losing 5-4, and then clinching an ALCS berth with a thrilling 3-1 victory. The Red Sox hit well most all of the series, picking apart the powerful Tampa Bay starters. In one half of the NLDS matchups, the NL West champ Dodgers took on the NL East winning Atlanta Braves. It was never much of a series as the Dodgers rocked the Braves, winning the series 3-1, with victories by the margins of 6-1, 13-6, and 4-3, with a Game 2 loss of 4-3. The Dodgers were anchored by powerful pitching and will likely do much of the same in the NLCS. The slipshod effort that the Pittsburgh Pirates put together this past week explained why they haven't made the playoffs in 21 years, losing to the Cardinals in 5 games. Not all too surprising, the Pirates did not swing the bats well, losing 9-1, 2-1, and 6-1, while winning 2 games with scorelines of 5-3 and 7-1. The Cardinals did, however, look solid, carried by dominant pitching and consistent hitting, and will go into the NLCS with plenty of momentum as they take on the Dodgers. On the other hand, the Pirates will likely not make the playoffs again until 2034.
The Detroit Tigers and Oakland Athletics will play their rubber match this evening to determine who goes on to the ALCS to play the Boston Red Sox. Until next time, I'm Logan Mullen. Back to you, Candace.
Well, that is all I have for you for sports for this week. I'm Candace Tibbetts. I hope everyone has a wonderful 3-day weekend.
Thanks, Candace. Well, that does it for us this week, folks. For the outstanding behind-the-scenes cast here at SCTV3 and my terrific co-host, Bree Hill, I'm Alex Thomas. Same time, same place next week, knuckleheads. Good night, America.